Hi, hello. Oh, what a funny day. There's something in the air, people. I find my kids are like little gauges to the collective quantum field. And when there's an uneasiness, they get niggly and they start going at each other. And even me sometimes. I'm pretty passive, but it gets a little bit tiring. So, yeah, there's something going on in the quantum field. My little gauges have told me so. More so, I kind of had a feeling, but it's good to get that confirmation. I wonder what it is. When this comes up, it's very interesting, and then I sort of feel into the energy, and all of us can do this, right? Nobody cannot do this. And anyone you see in the world, on that psychic level, obviously there's people who have natural talents that they've come here to play with, whether it be in music, singing, sport, and the like. So that is something that they contracted to come and do an experience here. So I'm not talking about those talents so much, but everybody does have their own authentic talent within everything. But what I'm talking about, that nobody is out of the circle, is the psychic talents, the psychic connections, although through circumstance, through, I was going to say past incarnations. There's no past or future so much as everything is now, and it's just what we're tuning into. But through multidimensional incarnations, some people may find it easier to feel into this psychic, which means soul, gift that we all have. But if you practice it, like anything, it's like if you want to learn piano or learn how to hit a tennis ball, it's the practice that brings you further into the art of whatever it is you're doing. So if you start practicing feeling into energy, and this is what it feels like to me, like when something comes in, I used to be confused I used to think everything was my energy. So that makes me laugh now, because everything, and I'd be like, I found I'm very open and very empathic. So I will soak stuff in like a sponge, and I thought it was all me. And sometimes it was just so freaking overwhelming to be having all this energy and going, why? Why, God? Why am I feeling this way? What is it? But now, as I am leaning into the learning, and I've always been leaning, but holy moly, I did go all in. I dove all in. After being a waiter most of my life, kind of dipping my toe in and sometimes like dipping it back out again, to going, you know what? Either I'm all in or I'm all out. It was kind of that moment. And so I completely leaned until I dove, and I went under and above and everywhere at once. And I've been leaning into the learning ever since, and I find the energy. So you feel something, right? It's really important to kind of allow, and for me it feels like tendrils of energy following. It's kind of like this, following along the energy. It's like a river, the river of energy. And then I might get to a point where the energy expands out, and I'm going, okay, this is collective, it feels broad, it feels large. It feels like a mass consciousness. And then I'm like, okay, that's like the quantum field, that's the collective energy, the mass consciousness of everyone. And sometimes there's a difference. It's like a pocket of consciousness. And then there is like what I guess I would call everyone's consciousness, the mass consciousness. And I'm still learning, okay? I am a work in progress. And, okay, and then other times it's like I'll go, okay, that's me, and I can see why that's me because I've got this going on. And other times I will feel along the flow of energy and it will lead me to a person and I'll see that person. And sometimes it's a freaking stranger. Who is that and how am I feeling into their energy? So it's very interesting as I'm learning this, but we can all do this. But you have to practice and you have to want to do it. And what I'm finding too is I had this thing the other night. This is one of my bath epiphanies. I haven't even listened back to my little recordings to capture the download. I should do that soon. That'll be very interesting because I've kind of even mostly forgotten to a point of what it was. But it was mind-blowing. It was certain things that came in were like, oh my goodness, I have to tell everyone. If I tell everyone this, they'll get it and there'll be peace on earth. There'll be peace on earth. And I'm serious, actually, that I'm not even though I'm laughing, I'm not joking. There are certain ways of thinking, perspectives that are just world-shifting. And I found that with myself. I've had certain epiphanies and perception shifts, especially taking the blinders off, where it's literally changed my paradigm, changed my trajectory, and shifted timelines. So this is really important. We should be teaching this in schools. We will be. Schools, as we move forward, I'm not going to say in the future, but as we move forward and evolve and expand, will be more about self-care. They will be based more around ancestral, generational trauma healing. There will be sound baths, meditation, yoga, qigong, tai chi, and the emphasis will be on healing the collective and taking care of everyone and helping everyone to evolve. And then the secondary thing will be the mass, the science, even though mass and science is very universal and very spiritual. And this is where we're at now in humanity, is this beautiful, dare I say, marriage or dance with the sciences and the quantum physics with the spiritual side of who we are. And I don't even know, not so much religion. I feel like religion, in a way, has, even though there's goodness within it, there's also a control system, blinders, certain blinders. And I don't want to judge nor criticize, but from an outer point of view, I can see a bigger picture, and it's layered, and there's definitely light and dark within that. But even you can see the dark so clearly when you see different religions killing each other, fighting each other. It's like, because I feel true spirit-led, true godly, universally led souls would never kill another for any reason whatsoever. No reason could call one soul to kill another, because we are all the one soul. And we all have something here in common. We all want to live our greatest, most wonderful, beautiful timeline experience. In happiness, in abundance, in joy, with laughter, with friendship and family, contentment, fulfillment. I think if you were to ask anyone that, to say, would you like to live a happy, peaceful, exciting though, fun, adventuresome, wonderful, creative, beautiful, full of love and light and beautifulness life, do you think anyone would say no? Who would say no to that? Oh no, I don't want that. Oh, I'll take the pain, the suffering, the trauma. Don't do that. We all have that in common, and we can all have that. But the fear, Master Fear, who has been a teacher in our experience, which we have learned a lot from. We've learned a lot from Master Fear. We've learned a lot of what we don't want to experience anymore in our life for our individual self and for all others. So thank you, Master Fear. Thank you so much for teaching us, but we no longer need your teachings because you've taught us so well. We have graduated the class and we're moving on. And Mistress Love is now taking over the class. And we are so ready to learn, and we're going to get A's in this. We're going to do this together. And there's something else, and I wrote it down. I'm just segueing again, because apparently that's what I do. Let me just read it out. Don't argue for your limitations. You are always speaking, thinking, feeling your life into being. This is so important as we shift into the classroom of Mistress Love from our old teacher, Master Fear. Thank you, Master Fear. Oh, tear. Yes, Master Fear did give me a lot of tears. But now, in this new class, which has actually already been here, and we actually graduated from the class of Master Fear over and over and over and over and over again. I think maybe Master Fear wanted to keep us for a bit longer, but it's okay. It's time for you to retire now, and we are moving on. And in this classroom with Mistress Love, it's really important. Everything you say, think, feel is forming your reality experience. So be careful of what stories you're telling yourself and others. And if you are telling a story and arguing for your limitations, like, never got any money, I'm so poor. My goodness, please give me something because I've got nothing. I have nothing, I don't have stuff, I'll never have stuff. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to have stuff in the world. Some people have stuff. And also, this is really important too, along those same lines, is if you see people who are thriving, they're doing really well, they're thriving, they've got beautiful house, the children, the 2.5 children. I feel sorry for the 0.5. Oh my goodness. But the children, the family, the partner, the house, the lovely cars, and even a boat, and going on holidays. And often though, on the surface it looks good, but people are still suffering on that inner journey, even within the perfect picture, where the grass is so green it blinds you and you have to wear shades. So we need to not judge, not condemn, not be jealous, nor envious, because you just don't know what's going on the inside. But another factor is, if you're looking at that, say, someone who's wealthy, and you go, oh, you know, I bet they're not a good person, or, oh, they probably did that. They probably got their money through stealing of people, or whatever it is. In that negative sense, if you are attaching that to wealth, even if it's with someone else, you're going to have a hard time tapping into your own wealth, because you are giving it a negative meaning. And in that story that you're telling, it's saying, oh, well, I wouldn't want to be that wealthy person because they're all crooks and they're this and they're that. So let's not do that anymore. Or if you are single and you're lonely, and then you see a couple holding hands and in love with each other, and it makes you feel bad, and you go, oh, I bet they blah, 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 blah. No, because you're closing off that pathway, river flow to the love. And when you see wealthy people, or you see people in love, or whatever it is that you would like yourself, be grateful for them. Be grateful that they're setting an example for you, that you can also have, because it's only a matter of the stories that we tell in our words and thoughts and what we speak and how we act in our reality. You are going to be attracting not what you want, it's you are always attracting who you are. We have this center point of our foundation vibration. Oh, that sounds really cool. Foundation vibration that is constantly attracting. So it is so important where you're at. And this is where we should stop in the name of love. Sorry, I have not worn my voice out. It's a little bit wavery. But stop the world. Stop the world. And teach each other that there's nothing more important than where you are in this moment right now, and that is every moment. I am in the illusion of, holy moly, I feel like I've been here for 1,000 years. I've been here for 50, but it feels like 1,000. And when I look back over my life, I feel like I've had, I don't know, at least 5 different lifetimes. There's 5 definitive chapters that are so different. They're literally so freaking different from the last ones. It's almost like a whole other life. And sometimes it just blows my freaking little mind. And I'm just like, whoa. But in that sense of, I feel like I've been here 1,000 years and I feel like I've had so many lifetimes. I'm like, holy moly, that means, I'm planning on living to 100 at least. But why limit myself? I'll see how I feel when I get there. That I've really got another 1,000 years, another 5+ lifetimes ahead of me here. Sometimes, I must say, when it's been hard, when I've been in the darkness, when I was walking through the valley of the shadows of death, I kind of probably could have opted out right then and there. And I'm glad I didn't, and because I have children, I never would. Because I would not, even though it's illusion, it's like, nobody should be afraid of dying. I think it's definitely harder for those here, or it's the actual, when people are suffering as they head that way, which is the hard one. And that's why it's so important that we shift our world up, because if we, okay, okay, have I said this? Oh my goodness, have I said this? Have I told anyone? I don't think so. I'm sure I would know if I had. Okay, this is really exciting. Okay, so can you imagine if from birth, from preconception even, if every single soul, including animals, including plants, trees, including rocks, bees, all the insects, everything, if every energy being here, everywhere, let's go galactic, from the very conception, preconception, was supported, was loved, was contained in a bubble of loveliness, of beauty, of wonder, of magic, and then as they came into the world, that bubble stayed there, all constantly around them, and they were shown and taught who they are, what their origin is, the point of being and life and learning and expanding through Mistress Love, because we have now done the Master Fear classes, and the future or the going forward children and beings don't need to now. Should we choose to embrace the concept of every single life that comes into the world, into reality, is held and taught and supported and loved and shown how to breathe, how to meditate, how to connect with their higher self and the universe and their guides and ancestors, and how to love the earth, how to connect with the earth, how to create, how to be creative, how to live their greatest dreams, how to fill into their purpose, because we all have a unique, authentic purpose, and we're all a unique, authentic soul here as part of the great puzzle of life. Can you imagine that? And even right now, I'm actually feeling, wow. Okay, I really do feel that. I hope you feel that. Can you imagine that? Everything, everyone, everywhere, from the beginning all the way through life, given that love and nurturing foundation, and then constantly, forever. Wow. Okay, do you want to choose that? Because this is a choose your own adventure. So I choose. Everyone's living in their wonderful, beautiful home, which is all different. Some people like bigger homes, some people don't like cleaning, so they like smaller homes. We're all tending to our gardens. Everybody's got wonderful, healthy, nutritious food. We've all got sunlight. Everybody's warm when it's cold. Everyone's cool when it's warm or hot. And we're not driving people into the ground. It's not all about money. Money doesn't even exist, because we're all just living, breathing, existing in bliss and joy, happiness and harmony. Slower, more content. Nobody's rushing off to be in relationships because they know the most important foundation relationship is themselves first. And then connecting with everyone as that own self, because we are all the one self, the one and all. How beautiful. What a wonderful vision. And I am choosing that. We're in the part of the choose your own adventure where it's come up. Do you choose? Just what I said. I won't say it again because you heard what I said. Beauty, 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 lovely, look after everyone from conception, from preconception, blah, everything's lovely, beautiful world, heaven on earth, paradise. Or, okay, do you choose that? Or do you choose to continue the path with master fear into death, depravity, destruction, pain, suffering? Okay, right now, people, those are our choices. Which one are you going to choose? I am going this way. I am heading to paradise. I am in paradise. Be in it now. So which one are you choosing in this moment? And this is real. This is really real. In this moment now, you can literally choose your destined path. And please don't joke about it, because if you have a little niggle and your ego's coming in, you go, I don't really like her. She's too she's too happy. It's suspicious. I'm going to choose the other one just to muck her up. She thinks I'm going to choose that one. Don't do that, because you are literally in that choice choosing that path. So before, if you are not sure and you're going, I don't want to say that because she's going to Happy Land. I'm in Happy Land. It might be too crazy. I don't want to admit I want that. Just pause, because your choice is where you're going to take yourself right now. So just breathe. But I'm hoping most people are coming with me. I'm going to Happy Land. Okay, I'm glad I got that out, because that is really important to wrap your head around. And even if it takes a while, just allow that to sink in, and then do lean in to your own energy, to the own little flows of river that are going along, because as you feel, you'll find the ones too that take you to your higher self, that take you to your angels, guides, and source energy, God, universe. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good after sharing that. So I'm going to actually go. I'm looking over there because that's where my patch of grass is. I'm going to go. As you can see, the sun is shining. This is the middle of winter and it's a beautiful day. I must actually choose to get out of the office and go for a walk today, I think. So that is it for me for today. If you made it all the way to the end, let me know, because it's kind of cool to know if someone could invest. Well, at this point, 27:37 on the clock. So I'm going to go. I hope wherever you are around the world, you're having a beautiful morning, arvo, evening, and sending much love. And I will pop back into Mars.